In the quiet corner of a small, dimly lit room, a young girl sits with a pencil clutched tightly in her hand. Outside, the world is filled with festive lights, laughter, and children excitedly writing to Santa about toys, games, and dreams wrapped in shiny paper. But her letter is different. Her hands tremble slightly as she writes words far heavier than her age should carry. She does not ask for dolls, sweets, or new clothes. Instead, she writes a single, heartbreaking wish. Dear Santa, please send me a dad. Behind those simple words lies a world of silent pain. The girl has grown up watching other children run into their father's arms, hearing stories at school about bedtime hugs and weekend outings. At home, the chair across the table remains empty. There is no deep voice calling her name, no strong hand guiding her across the street, no comforting presence when nightmares wake her in the middle of the night. She has learned to be brave too early, hiding her sadness behind a quiet smile. Her loneliness is not loud. It lives in the small moments: school events where other kids' dads cheer from the crowd, holidays where questions about family sting more than cold air. Writing this letter is her way of whispering a truth she cannot say out loud. She believes Santa listens when no one else seems to. This innocent wish exposes a pain that many never notice, the ache of growing up without someone who should have been there. Her letter is not just a request, it is a cry for love, protection, and belonging. In asking for a father, she is really asking for what every child deserves: to feel safe, seen, and deeply loved. Asterisk: the Billionaire's office sits high above the city, surrounded by glass walls and endless success. From this height, he owns everything. He can see companies, buildings, influence, and power that most people only dream of. Yet inside that grand office, silence rules. No laughter echoes through the halls. No family photos rest on the polished desk. His life is full of meetings, numbers, and victories, but painfully empty of warmth. One evening, as winter settles in and the city glows with Christmas lights, an envelope is mistakenly placed among his business documents. It looks ordinary, childish even, clearly out of place among contracts and financial reports. Absent-mindedly, he opens it expecting nothing of importance, but the words inside stop him cold. Dear Santa, please send me a dad. The room feels smaller as he reads on. Each sentence carries innocence, hope, and quiet pain. For the first time in years, his heart stirs in a way no deal or profit ever has. He realizes that despite his unimaginable wealth, he shares something with the child who wrote this letter: loneliness. He has everything money can buy, yet no one waiting for him at home, no one calling him dad, no one needing him simply for who he is. Memories he buried long ago begin to surface: mischances, relationships sacrificed for success, life built on ambition but lacking connection. The letter becomes a mirror, reflecting the emptiness he has carefully ignored. In that moment, power means nothing. The billionaire is no longer a man of influence, but a human being confronted with a truth he can no longer escape. Money cannot replace love. And this single, innocent letter has just awakened a part of his heart he thought was lost forever. Asterisk: the letter refuses to leave the billionaire's mind. Long after the office lights dim and the city falls asleep, her words echo in his heart. For the first time in years, he feels a pull stronger than ambition, a quiet responsibility he cannot ignore. This is not a business opportunity or a public gesture. It is something deeply personal. The child's innocent wish has opened a door he never planned to walk through. He begins by learning her story, not through headlines or reports, but through simple truths: her quiet strength, her empty chair at school events, her habit of pretending she doesn't mind. Each detail makes his decision heavier and clearer at the same time. He realizes that being a father is not about perfection or wealth, but about showing up, listening, and staying. Fear follows close behind. He wonders if he is capable of giving the love she deserves. If a man who built walls around his heart can suddenly become someone's safe place. But destiny does not wait for perfect timing. It moves when the heart is ready. When their paths finally cross, it is not dramatic or grand. It is gentle, awkward, real. A child searching for warmth and a man learning to open his arms. Slowly, trust replaces distance. Shared moments, simple meals, quiet conversations, laughter that feels unfamiliar yet healing begin to form something new. In choosing to answer her wish, the billionaire discovers his own. The emptiness he carried for years starts to fade, replaced by purpose and connection. Destiny rewrites their lives, proving that family is not defined by blood alone, but by love freely given. Sometimes the most powerful bond begins with a simple choice to care, to stay, and to become what someone has been praying for.